right, welcome back. We're actually going to go over a little math lesson that my kids thoroughly enjoyed. We're going to talk about money today. Okay, so we're actually going to identify and play Name That Coin real quick before we go into adding and subtracting some coins. So let's name this coin. Is it a penny, a dime, a quarter, or a nickel? Now, if you said nickel, you are absolutely correct. Okay, number 2, name that coin. Penny, dime, quarter, or nickel. Yes, it's a quarter, and it even says $quarter on the bottom. So that would be our green section over here, our quarter. Okay, this one, penny, dime, quarter, or nickel. Let's see who can get it. Awesome job, that is our dime. Okay, and our last one, yes, it is a different color. It is a bronze color. It is not a silver color like our other ones. So which one would this be? It's going to be our penny. Okay? All right, what's number 5? Which one shows the other side of this coin? So they have flipped the coin over and you're trying to find the back side. So it is our first one, second one, third, or fourth. That's right, it's going to be our second one right here. It also says $quarter, just like the front does. Okay, number 6, which one shows the other side of this coin? It's going to be our top one. This is our dime. And it even says 1 dime on the back. Number 7, which one shows the other side of this coin? That's right, it's going to be the bottom one. That is our nickel. And on the back of it, it actually says 5 cents, how much it's going to be worth. Okay, number 8, which coin is worth 5 cents? We know that that's our nickel, so we've got to find out which one that is. That's right, it's going to be the top one. That is our nickel with worth 5 cents. Well, which one is worth 10 cents? Let's look at them. Well, we know it's not our top one. That was our nickel that we just went over. This one says $quarter, so we probably know that one's not right either. We know this one says 1 cent, so which one are we left with? Our bottom, our dime is worth 10 cents. It might be one of our smallest coins, but it is actually worth more than 2 of them. Okay, so which one is worth 1 cent? Good, it's that middle one. It says it on the actual coin. Good job. Okay, so which one, our last one, is worth 25 cents? Awesome job. It's our quarter, which actually says $quarter, and $quarter is 25 cents. Okay? Which shows 2 ways to identify this coin correctly if you were going to write it. Okay, well, let's look. A quarter, 25 cents. Well, this thing says 5 cents. Now, is that a quarter? No. Okay, a nickel, 5 cents. A dime, 5 cents. Or a nickel, 50 cents. Well, this thing says 5 cents, so we need 2. We need one that says 5 cents, which is these 2. And what is this actually called? It is called our nickel. So it's going to be our yellow one right there. That's how you would write it. A nickel or 5 cents, just like that. Okay, which shows 2 ways to correctly identify this coin. Well, what coin is this? It's our quarter. Good. And our quarter is worth $quarter. So let's see. Let's see, is that one look right? Well, no, we know that that says $25, and we know that it's not worth that much. Well, there's that $25 again. It can't be that. Let's look at our blue one. 25 cents, that first part looks correct, but that has a lot of symbols in it, which we know is not correct. So we're left with our green one right here, 25 cents, and it's written at the bottom just the same. Okay, which shows 2 ways to correctly identify this coin. Well, let's figure out what coin this is. Okay, it's our dime, awesome job, and it's worth how many cents? It's worth 10 cents. So let's look. Let's look at the bottom. That could be correct if we look at it, but there's these 2 symbols again, and we don't need both of those symbols, do we? There's a dime, but what is that? That doesn't say 10 cents. How many cents does that say? It says 1, okay, so we know that the green's not correct. 10 cents, well, that doesn't normally go on that side. We need that on the other side, right? So we're left with our top one. 10 cents is written correctly here because we know our money sign goes on the left, and if we use our cent sign, you can only pick one. It goes on the right, and then it's written out in word form, a dime. Very nice job. Okay, last slide for this one until we go into something a little more difficult that I think you'll thoroughly enjoy, which shows 2 ways to correctly identify this coin. Okay, 1 cent, that looks about right. That could be right, but what's wrong with that? That tells me it's how much? It's $1, so we know that is not worth $1, so let's keep going. 1 cent, that's right. But how many cents does that tell me it says? That's telling me that it's 10 cents, and we know that our dime is worth 10 cents and not our penny. So let's look right here. A penny, that could be very correct, but what's wrong with that bottom? What's wrong with that cent sign? Awesome, we need it on the right-hand side. We don't need it on the left-hand side. So we're left with our blue one. 1 cent is written correctly, and that bottom 1 cent is written correctly. Awesome job. Okay, so let's go into our next one. Nope, discard. Exit out of that one. Okay. All right, so let's go into this real quick. I do need this. All right, so we're actually going to add the value of the collections of coins together. Okay, so we reviewed quickly, I know a little too quickly, but how and what was worth all of our coins. So if you have that written down in front of you, and I know you probably should have already gone over that in class, and you probably know it very well from handling some coins yourself, we're going to actually add these up and find how much they are worth together. Okay, so we've got a quarter, 3 dimes, 2 nickels, and 2 pennies. All right, and if you have some scratch paper, you're more than welcome to write it out. So we've got 25, and we've got to add 3 tens, so 25, 35, 45, 55. Oh, we're at nickels, so we had to have 5. So 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 65, 66, and then we have 67. 25, 35, 45, 55, 60. Oh, I got that one. Oh, I hope you can add that one. 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 65. I'm doing something wrong. He might need to start that over. 35, 45, 55, 60, 65. I was doing it right. Okay. I'm just crazy. He just converged this. Okay, I thought I was right. I'm like crazy. 67 cents. Okay, I'm ready when you are. Oh, we're ready. Okay, so we're going to look at, we're actually going to look at the value of the collection of coins together. So if you can write yours down, that would be perfect. And we're just going to add them all together and find the value of how much is in front of us. So if we look at this, we have quarter, we have 3 dimes, 2 nickels, and 2 pennies. So 25 plus 10, 35, plus 10, 45, plus another 10 is 55. Then we're going to go over here, we're going to add a nickel, 60, 25, 35, 45, 55, 35, 45, 55, 60, 65, 66, and 67. So it's going to be 67 cents total over here in your yellow area. Okay, number 2. What's the value of the collection of coins now? So it's changed a little bit. So you have 72 cents, 92 cents, 77 cents, or none of the above. Okay, so let's look. We've got 2 quarters, a dime, 3 nickels, and 2 pennies. So 25, we have 2 25s, a 10, 3 5s, and 2 1s. Okay, so that's how you kind of have to break it down. So we have 25 plus 25, 50. Then we've got dime, 60. Then we've got nickels, 65, 70, 75, 76, and 77. So your answer is going to be that green side, 77. Okay? All right, let's look at a third one, which is the value of the collection of coins. So we've got a quarter, we've got 4 dimes, 3 nickels, and 1 penny. So I'm going to give you actually a few seconds to figure it out on your own before we do it together, okay? So let's look and see what we have while you're writing it down. We have a quarter, 4 dimes, 3 nickels, and 1 penny. Okay, remember what each coin is worth when you go to add them up. Right, let's do it together. So 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 70, 75, and then you're going to add that penny, 76. So your total is the green area, 76 cents. If you got a 76 cents, I'm going to give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, number 4. What's the value of this collection of coins? Well, let's go because they're not all spread, they're all kind of spread out unevenly. Okay, so I always like to start with my highest and then go to my dimes, then my nickels, then my pennies. It's a lot easier to add it when it's like that. Okay, so I found my 2 quarters. Okay, let's see what we've got. We've got 2 dimes, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 nickels, and then we've got 2 pennies. So we've got 50 cents, 60, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92. So if you got 92 cents at the bottom of the blue, it's going to be 92 cents. And when I add mine and when I teach my kids, they know that if they see 2 nickels, it's equal to a dime. Okay, so when they go 50, 60, 70, they'll actually point out 80, 90. They'll put their fingers on them and add them together. Instead of going 5 and 5, they'll add them together to make 10. So what is the collection, what is the value of this collection of coins? Well, let's go find our biggest. There's our quarter, there's our 2 dimes, and we've got 3 nickels, and it looks like 4 pennies. So let's do this one, I'm going to give you a few minutes to do this alone, okay? Write down value of your quarter. You've got 1, okay? You've got 2 dimes, so write that down. You've got 3 nickels, and you've got 4 pennies, okay? I'm going to give you a few seconds to see if you can find the answer. It's either going to be 44 cents, 69 cents, 64 cents, or 84 cents, okay? Let's go over it real quick. So 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. So if you got this green one over here and got 64 cents and wrote it correctly, exactly like that, okay, then you got it right. All right, let's look at this one. We have a few more of these, and then we'll go on to something a little more tricky, okay? Do we see any quarters? Nope, so it's our next highest coin of value, okay? Well, then it's our dime because it's worth 10 cents. And then we have our 5 cents, which is our nickel, and then we have our penny. So let's count them up. We've got 4 dimes, 2 nickels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pennies. Okay, so let's add them up. 10, you can count with me, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, and 56. That was a super easy one. It's going to be your top answer up here, 56 cents. And notice the way that they wrote it was different than the last couple ways that they've written it. Okay, so this one is a little different. They give you a set of coins to find the value of. And then they actually want you to get to 85 cents. So what we have isn't quite 85. Okay, so we're going to add up how much we have. And then we're going to figure out which one of these coins we need to add to get to 85 cents, okay? So let's figure out how much we have, okay? I don't see any quarters, so we're going to start with our dimes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. So we have 75 cents in our collection of coins, and we need to get to 85 cents. Well, if you subtract 85 from 75, how many cents are you missing? That's right, you're missing a dime. You're missing 10 cents. So let's look over here and let's figure out which one's our dime. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? No. You're right, it's this one. We needed a dimes because 75 plus 10 is going to get us to that 85 cents that we're looking for. All right. So let's look at this one real quick. Which coin would I add to get to 67 cents? Well, let's figure out on our left side how much we already have. Okay, so let's see. We don't have any quarters. Let's start with our dimes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62 cents is what we have. So if you do that 67 cents minus our 62 cents, how many cents are you missing? That's right, you're missing 5 cents. And what coin values at 5 cents? Yes, it's our nickel. So we're looking at this one right here, our nickel. So that's what you need to add. All right, they're progressively going to get harder, okay? So what coin would I need to add to get to a full dollar? Well, let's figure out how much we already have. We don't have any quarters. Let's go to our dimes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, okay? Then we have 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Okay, let's see how many we have. We need, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and we have 75 cents. So how much, if I have 75 cents, what coin would I need to add 75 to make $1? That's right, you need a quarter. You need a full 25 cents left. If you wanted to subtract 100 from 75, you would need that extra 25, which would give you the value of a quarter. Okay, which coins could complete the collection to make it 50 cents? So you have, notice you have more than one coin over here on some of these. Okay, so we need to figure out how much we have over here. What I like to tell my kids is to find that value, subtract it from 50, and then figure out what we need on the other side. Okay, so I'm not going to try and add them all together. So let's see what we have. We have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So I've got 35 cents. Now, when I subtract 50 from 35, if I had a sheet of paper, how many cents would I have remaining that I needed to get to that 50 cents? That's right, I would need 15 cents. So let's look over here and figure out the value, which one of these adds to the value of 15 cents. So we know a quarter equals how much? 25 cents. Okay, so that one's out, we mark it out. We know that we have a dime and we have a nickel and a penny. 5 plus 1 is 6, that one's out. Okay, let's go to the bottom one. We have a dime and a penny. 10 plus 1 is 11, still not 15. So let's look at this green one right here. We have a dime and a nickel. 10 plus 5, 15. That's going to be your answer right here, because that's how many cents you needed. You had 35. You needed 15 more to get to that 50. Okay, so number 11, we're almost done. Ooh, there's a lot of coins over here, okay? So we need to take this one. If the collection should be 75, so circle that big 75. We need that number. Which coins could be missing? Okay, so we have, let's figure out how many we have. We have 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, so we have 34 cents. We need how much? We need 75. So if I subtract on my piece of paper 75 from 34, I'm going to get 41 cents. Okay, so that's what we need to look on this right-hand side and figure out which one of these adds up to 41. Okay, so let's look at the first one. 25, 30, 31. That one's not right. Mark it out. Okay, 50, 25 is 50. Plus this one is, no, that's downs. 5, 10, 25, 10, 15. Oh my gosh, I'm like 10 plus 10 is 20, 21. That one's wrong. Okay, so we go to this one, 10, 20, 30, 31. We're still missing 10 cents. So 25, 35, 40, 41. It's going to be our bottom one, our blue one. So that's what we need. We need that 41 cents to get to 75. So you need a quarter, a nickel, a dime, and a penny. So which coins, we're almost there, would not complete the collection to make it 31 cents? Now notice that that question is very different from the last few that we've had. It's asking you which one of these does not complete our 31 cents. So let's see how much we have. We have 10, 20, and we have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18 cents. So if you do subtract 31 minus 18, you need 13 cents. So we need one of these over here to add up to 13 cents to make our 31 complete. So let's look at the top. You have 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that one's right. Remember, you're looking for the one that's not right. So this one is correct. You got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The yellow is correct. You can put a check on that one. You've got a dime, which is 10 plus 3, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's correct. So we know our last one is the blue one, and we know it's possibly going to be wrong, but let's double check it anyway. We've got a dime, 10 plus a nickel, 15, 16, 17, 18. We know that that's wrong, so we would mark that one out. Okay, so that would be the one that would be wrong. The 3 above it would be correct because they all gave you the value of 13 cents. Okay, now let's look at it here. We have 2 more slides after this. So which does not equal 35 cents? Which does not? You're finding the answer that is wrong. Okay, 3 dimes, that's 10, 20, 30 plus a nickel, 35. So that would be right. You mark it right. 7 nickels. So you do 5 plus 5 7 times, or if you're into multiplication, you can do 7 times 5, which we know is 35 cents. Then we have a quarter, okay, which is 25 cents, plus a dime, which is 10, and 25 plus 10 is 35. Then we have a quarter and a nickel. We just went over a quarter is 25, plus a nickel is 5 cents, so that would be 30 cents. And that does not give us our 35 cents. So it is wrong. So that would be the one that you would circle because that's the one that is wrong. It's not giving us our 35 cents like the 3 above it. Okay, which does not equal 57 cents. Okay, well, let's look at them. 2 quarters, 50. 2 quarters is 50 cents. Plus 7 pennies, that one's easy. It's 57. 50 plus 7. Okay, 1 quarter is 25 cents. Okay, 6 nickels. We know we can do 6 plus 5. We can do 5 plus 5 plus 5 6 times. Or if you're in your multiplication, we can do 6 times 5 is 30. So 30 plus a quarter would be 55. Okay, and then you add your 7 pennies. Okay, let's go to the next one. 2 quarters, 50. Okay, plus a nickel is 55, 56, 57. Okay, that would give it right, so you give yourself a check. 1 quarter is 25 plus 3 dimes, 25, 35, 45, 55, 56, and 57. So your blue one go back would be correct. You give yourself a check. And then on this one right here, 1 quarter plus 6 nickels plus 7 pennies is going to give you 62 cents. And does that equal up to your 57 cents? No, so that's going to be the one that is wrong. So that'd be the one that you're circling because it's asking which one does not equal that 57 cents. And our last one that we're going to look at, which does not equal 75 cents. Okay, so let's look at the first one. Okay, 2 quarters is 50. 5 nickels, 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 25. Okay, so we have 2 quarters, which is 50, and then we have another 25 cents. 25, 25, and 25 is 75 cents. So we know that one's right, so you can give yourself a check. 2 quarters, okay, is 50 cents. 2 dimes is 20, and then 1 nickel is 5. So 50, 60, 70, plus that nickel, 75 cents. So the yellow is correct. Okay, 2 quarters, 1 dime, and 2 nickels. We're going to pass up real quick. We're going to go down the bottom because this one's the easiest. Your 3 quarters, if you have 3 quarters in your hands, you know you have 3/4 of a dollar, which is 75 cents. So you automatically give yourself a check on that one. Okay, make it easy on yourself. So let's look at this green one. 2 quarters is 50 cents. 1 dime is 60. And then 2 nickels is going to be 70 cents altogether. So does that equal our full 75? No, it doesn't. So that one's going to be the one that you circle that is wrong. So that's the last slide that I have. If y'all ever want to play around with the money and start collecting your coins, find out what's missing, find out how much you need to get a dollar. It's a super fun and easy game that you can play with your family or anyone really. And I urge you to remember the worth of each coin. It makes everything so much easier. And add some subtracting games and some adding games in there. It always makes it a lot easier and a lot more fun. Thank you.